welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast episode, I forgot, 198. It's not in the title anymore, so I have to look elsewhere. New transparency laws passed for gig workers. DoorDash is listening to its drivers. And, we had Uber Bubbles last week, and this week we have Uber Train. I don't know if it's legit or not, but if we get to it, we'll get to it. How's it going, Larry?
It's going well, my friend. Doing well. It's another lovely evening and a good night for a podcast. So
it's always good. Always good night for a podcast talking about gig work.
Very true. Very true.
And so forth. So go to gigeconomyshow.com for news, newsletter, all that fun stuff. Download the podcast. Patreon. I would like to thank our members, and those are Samson, Steve, Bud, Omar, Delivery Cats, Jamie, Frank, Tom, Jim. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And everything we do here. You can go to gigeconomyshow.com if you would like to support it. Nope. You can go to patreon.com/the GigEcon Podcast. Actually, you can go to gigeconomyshow.com and get to the Patreon from there.
Yes.
But you get extra podcasts a month. Hold on, I'm taking my socks off. Just in case you need to know that. Exclusive piece of merch, pre-show banter, and ad-free episodes, as there are some ads on the show that we talk about, and Buzzsprout actually puts in tune. We get a whopping 1.4 cents per download on those ads from Buzzsprout.
Ka-ching.
So fucking balling over here. We also have a Telegram group, which has been pretty active this week, and that is, what is that, Larry? Tell us about that.
Telegram is just a way to communicate. It's kind of like a text chat, but you can also do voice chat as well. You can record your message instead of having to type it out on your little phone, which is hard to do for some of us. And you can talk with gig workers all over the world. You can chat about gig work. You can vent about stuff that's happened and the stupid passengers that you may have had, or the bad delivery you had, or whatever you want to talk about. And sometimes we just shoot the breeze and talk about other things. You know, it's good to have friends in the gig economy, and Telegram's a place to meet them.
Yeah, for sure. And you surprisingly don't. Well, I'm not a woman, so I don't know. I know women do get hit up, not from our group, but for whatever reason. I don't know if you have to like secure your Telegram account or something, but sometimes you do get a little spam here and there. But where do you not get spam? Before we jump into gig economy news stories from the road, Larry has nothing up there, so I assume you did nothing.
I don't have any stories. No, I did some gig work, did some driving, but everything was pretty calm and tame.
That's good. Like as I talked about last week, back to work, doing gig work, trying to do like a route a day if I can on the days I do, and it's been somewhat successful. I'm not getting rich on it by any means. So what I have been doing is a little bit of a strategy. It's kind of fun. When I'm done with my flex route, I throw my Uber app on and my destination filter on. So I'm trying to like, hey, even though my electricity is pretty low cost, but I mean, hey, let's make a little money on the way home. Why deadhead? And the last 3 routes, 2 out of the 3, I've been able to manage a few rides here and there to pay for that electricity. So that's been kind of cool.
Nice. Speaking of Amazon Flex, we have some people that live down the street from us, just a few houses, and we're going to stop by sometime when they're outside and ask them exactly what their situation is, because they get these. I mean, they get tons and tons of packages there, and on their car they have a sign now that says Amazon delivery vehicle, but they get packages delivered, and they have all these big totes and bins in their garage, and sometimes they'll have like 50 packages in there. So I don't know how this is working.
Sounds like they're stealing them.
Well, no, I don't think so.
It wouldn't last
they
very
could
long.
be. They could be. But
it wouldn't last very long. Well, yeah, they must have a business or something.
So we were, we're going to stop and talk to them. My wife's really interested as well. She's like, I want to find out what's going on. What their setup is. I was like, well, we'll just stop by sometime and.
Especially if they're outside.
Yeah, if we see them outside, we'll just take off for a walk, act like we're just happen to be walking by, and just get the 411. What's going on?
I'm curious too. So yeah, done a lot of flex. So one thing that I did happen, and I know we don't talk about flex a lot except when I'm working. I feel like there's not really a ton of stories on it in general. I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's basically delivery blocks for Amazon packages. You bid on you don't bid. They start at a certain pay for like a 3-hour. Let's say it's $75, which actually is our base here is 18 an hour, so it would be 63. But lately they've been around 75 or whatever. So between 23 and 25 an hour. And then you can wait on it if you want, and then it might surge. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Let's say you commit to it, and you go pick up your packages, you deliver them, and you go home. So it's kind of it can be a lot of miles. You do put some miles in, but it's nice to have that guarantee money, knowing going in that
Yeah.
if I drive 60 miles or 160 miles, I get $75. So sometimes I get great routes. I've had some pretty good ones recently. And yesterday I went to Big Rapids. So if you're local to Grand Rapids, that's pretty far north. Pretty far north. So I didn't quite win out on that one yesterday, but I like it because it takes the stress out of waiting for like an Uber ride or a DoorDash order to come in.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine that is kind of a lot easier, or not as much anxiety. You know what you're going to make for the next couple hours. You don't have to worry about it because you know how it is. It's feast or famine sometimes
Yeah.
driving rideshare.
Now, the one problem with Amazon and when you're trying to grab that route is you're stuck at looking at your phone.
Yeah,
Because you have to, one of Gary's apps is Amazon Alert. It doesn't take the route. It's not a bot, but it
yeah, just
refreshes your phone automatically.
yeah,
You set it from 4 to 7 seconds. I found 7 is good before Amazon. If you go below 7, after about a half hour, Amazon flags your app and say you've been tapping too much. So you got to be careful with that. There's a tip for you out there. But so I find 7 seconds is good, not getting flagged. But if I got a route that I really want and I'm
right.
like, all right, I'll drop it down to 4 seconds
Okay.
and just watch it. But anyways, that's another bad part about it. You'll stare at your freaking phone waiting for that route to pop if you want a
Yeah.
higher rate, and sometimes it doesn't. And so, but yeah. So
Yeah, I was just always curious about it because I tried to get in Amazon Flex, and we don't have warehouse here in Bowling Green, so I don't know
yeah.
what these people are doing. They're getting stuff from Nashville to deliver, or I
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah, that would be you'd be killing yourself. You'd be killing your profit if you had to drive to Nashville and deliver.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like I said, that's why I'm so curious to talk to these people and find out exactly what the deal is.
Right.
What the
So real quick story. This is about all I could remember is well, I got two. Larry is almost 2 times as loud as Jason. I don't even know what that means. Larry is 2 times louder. You sound fine to me. I don't know.
hmm.
Um, not Mark. God damn it, Mark. I love him, but I want to kick him in the let's see here. There we go. How's that? Is that better? It's not your use. So it maybe sounds louder to them. It sounds normal to me, but I had
Okay.
your mic was like so it will automatically adjust it.
Mhm.
So it was unchecked for yours. So I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
why that was, but I bet it fixed it.
Okay.
Anyways, I love you, Mark. When I'm just bitching. Now that you've been back on, I've been checking my settings before I go
Right.
in just because I'm like, I can't let Mark beat me to it.
Keeping him
Uh,
in line.
so anyways, the flex story is so I delivered to this house, and it's a really rich person in Grand Rapids, right? And so huge property, and I get there and I can't get in, right? Like there's no gate code. They have like a video chat. You have
Mhm.
to call. No one, I mean, it's the weekend. They're not going to be home. They're out in their fucking yacht somewhere out in Lake Michigan. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, I'm not going to deliver it. And then support's like, well, you have to go. Well, so I skipped it, right? I did the rest of my route and I'm heading back. I chat with the support and they're like, hey, you gotta be close to it, and then you can mark on delivered. So fine, I go all the way over there. And then I still can't. And so I message them. They're like, yeah, it says you can leave it right at the gate. Now I looked at those fucking notes. It did not say that. And they wrote in the chat,
Yeah.
says leave by gate if not home. I could not find that information in my app.
Right.
So I think he just typed it in there.
Yeah. Jeez.
So he
Just
unlocked the geofence. I threw
yeah.
it next to the gate, took a picture, and got the fuck out of there. But I'm just
Gee.
like, I was racking my brain before I was done, and I was talking to one of my friends on Telegram, and I was like, I told her, I'm like, there's nothing in this. Is there another place for notes? And she's like, no. I'm like, there's nothing in this note. It's about leaving it by the gate. So
Mhm.
either way, I got it delivered and didn't have to bring it back because I disdain, and that's not the right word. Disdain is a is the word, but not the right place. But I do not like
Detest.
bringing packages back. Like, I don't care if it's a school or a
Yeah.
business, it's getting delivered. I'm sorry, you're closed. Not my fucking problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We ain't UPS, and Amazon wants that stuff to get delivered.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't want shit coming back. They would rather send out a brand new one than, because 99% of people are probably not going to complain about, and they're going to get their package. It's the 1%. They'd rather have that package delivered and people be happy than worry about it. So
yeah. So did you chuck it over the fence or leave it outside the fence?
No, they had these beautiful pillars next to the gate. I set it on top, like you couldn't miss it. Like when they pulled in, they would have to see, and they get a picture of it of the delivery. But I was talking to my friend too. Why you're so? I mean, when I say rich, these people are rich, not like I make $200,000 a year, make multi-million dollars a year.
No,
So why don't they make a little house? You can make it cute. You can make it look nice right next to the fucking gate. Put a keypad on it and give us the code.
Yeah. Or just put a chute in there like you do at the library when you put your books in.
Well, it's going to be a mile chute because that's how far off the road.
No, I'm just mean to go inside the little house.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And you can't get in it. Yeah, you're right. I thought you meant all the way to the house.
Like a vacuum tube, big giant vacuum tube going to the house.
I'm like, you're being funny, but that is not practical, sir.
What I thought was funny is that this is the same way. Obviously, we're not going to mention any names, but we talked about this family in a completely different context just like 2 weeks ago.
Did we?
Yeah,
on the podcast?
No. Just a conversation between me and you.
I do not. CRS.
Okay.
CRS.
We'll talk after the show.
Okay, good. No, Marks, you're wrong. So yeah, anyways, it was interesting. And again, like, don't you want your packages? You probably get a ton. Now, the other person in that family, I've been to the house before, there's security there 24 hours a day, and you can get buzzed in. And what the weird part is, Larry, they fucking just buzz anybody in. I drove all the way back to this huge property and delivered to the back door. Like it
kind of defeats the point of security.
Yeah. And unless unless the important person wasn't there, and that's why they buzz it in, because they're like, well, that person isn't even in the country or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. I think I would have, if I ever had that much money and I had security, I would make my security people accept the deliveries, not send them to the house.
Yeah. Or God, dude, fucking, at least they're more, I guess, a little down to earth. I'm like, get a PO box and just have your guy pick them up once a day and go, you know what I mean? Or something.
Sure.
Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, gig economy in the news. I'm pretty excited to share this video. So Steve spams me all the time. He's not in here yet. I think he's still streaming.
We love Steve.
I love him, but he sends me the craziest shit. And so he does 13 minutes of news, I think once a week. So he literally will cut it at 13 minutes, and he's really, really good at it. And he sends me this. He goes, watch this. I was like, fuck, Steve, 13 minutes. You really want me to sit and watch a YouTube video for 13 minutes, like undivided, like this? If he was streaming, I definitely would, because I'm doing other stuff, and I actually enjoy watching streams when I'm doing other work. So I finally got around to watching it, and it's about some transparency laws that were launched in Colorado. Now I'm going to save you the 13 minutes, and I edited it down to 2 minutes to the important part. But wait till you freaking hear this. Like, when he definitely held the good shit till the end. He had to watch the whole thing, which is a professional move. I gotta give him props for that.
Hey, it's not his first rodeo.
Not his first rodeo, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended. And so I'm gonna play this and we're gonna talk about it, because if this happens everywhere, the gig game is gonna change. So we'll play that, and hopefully I didn't fuck up the edit. Here we go.
Here we are, June 5th, 2024. Governor Jared Polis in Colorado signed into law 2 bills on June 5th. These are Stephanie Vihil's bills. They're just tweaked out now to meet those other demands above and a little bit more. So again, before I explain, let's give a kudos to Stephanie Vigil for all the work she did, but also to us, as she told me. She said the country's never had a turnout of independent contractors like that. So, how the two new separate Colorado laws work. SB 24075, that's the new law in Colorado. Transportation Network Transparency Bill requires rideshare companies show drivers and passengers how much driver and how much companies made, broke down into line items. So the customer sees it and the driver sees it. Also, that the drivers are shown complete transparency of pickup and drop-off locations and the complete pay before the driver accepts. Last, driver deactivations. This is covered. The new language says that the state will certify a driver support organization. So instead of it being the state, they will certify one. Now, for the food delivery side, House Bill 241129, Protection for Delivery Network Company Drivers Bill. Okay, guys, requires delivery companies show drivers and customers how much the driver and how much the company's made, same as the rideshare one. All delivery drivers will be given 60 seconds to decide on all platforms if it makes sense to them and they want it or not. And the delivery apps must now also provide an internal challenge deactivation button if you are deactivated, and you will go to the same driver support organization group. This week, we have Stephanie Vigil on the podcast, and we will be talking about this at much more length. That's 13 minutes of gig news in just over 13 minutes. Oh, peace, y'all.
So there it is. Now, I could be wrong, and maybe I missed it, but it sounds like so the biggest thing to me is the customer is going to see how much we make.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking huge.
That's tremendous. Yeah.
I mean,
it's such a game changer.
Well, it is what I think what's going to happen is it's a lot of people, they'll be like, yeah, we don't care how much the driver gets paid, but they're going to see, holy shit, I'm paying $100 for this and driver's getting 25. Like, something's fucked up there. And it's only going to take a few people to start filing lawsuits saying this is not right. Like, regardless of what they're doing, they may do it just because they think they're getting ripped off, which in turn, I mean, maybe it could hurt us. I don't know, because then they're only charging the customer 40 and we're getting 4. I mean, I don't know, but I couldn't believe that is something that they passed, that like, that is such a transparent thing. And I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, because we've all had the people that we've talked with, passengers that think, we get the whole thing. They think we get whatever they paid. They think that's what we get, and we obviously know that's not even close to being true. And I think when people see that, it's going to surprise a lot of people. But like you said, there's a certain portion they don't care.
Well, yeah, and there's a certain. I mean, how many people actually look at the line item? Like, is it going to pop up when the ride is presented to, like, when they book the ride, is it going to pop up, or is it going to be on their receipt?
Probably the receipt would be my guess,
right?
Because they would have to, I think they would make them do it then, but it'd be interesting to find out.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see some benefits and some negatives. Like I said, if they could be like, well, we're not going to pay this much anymore, but is that going to affect us? Like, you know what I mean? If they all of a sudden have to slash rates, I mean, they're not going to take the hit on it. But like some of these gaps between what the customer paid and what I mean, you don't need that much fucking money. Like, it's, and some of them are okay, but it's just like, and then what Steve talked about, the deactivation. I mean, on the driver's side, it sounds like there's going to be a board. Mm-hmm. Like to kind of review those, which we talked about. Like, we've been talking about this for a long time. Like, we don't like the AB5, we don't like the Prop 22 model, but we want protection a little bit, and transparency. And I mean, Jesus, I can't believe those things got passed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Colorado becomes another Minnesota.
Yeah,
we're going to pull out.
I don't think they will. I mean, this doesn't affect their money at all. It's just a transparency thing and the deactivations thing. But I mean, they don't want to deactivate people. they don't just, I mean, I think a lot of it is AI and does do some of it, but they want
Sure.
people on the road. I would assume like that. I mean, they're not deactivated happy, but I don't know. I don't think they'll pull out. I think they'll be frustrated with it having to do it, but like it really doesn't affect their bottom dollar. Now, when they start getting lawsuits because people are like, you're overcharging us, this is absurd, then they might have a different
Yeah, just affects their reputation more than the bottom line.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this. Like, that's the legislation that I have, everybody, not just me and you, every creator or gig worker has just been saying, like, we just want people, we just want to know what we're getting into, and now the customer is going to know what we're getting paid, what everything is going down to the penny. So
yeah, because they've made it so convoluted over the years.
I
mean, in the beginning, it was so simple. You knew you were getting 80% of whatever they paid, and then it was 75%, and then after that, okay, you're not getting a percentage, but you're making this much per mile and per minute. So you knew pretty close to what a ride was going to pay if you knew that, once you knew the distance.
So what do you think was the turning point for? I'm just going to focus on Uber because they were the first kind of gig company that they decided, what they were making wasn't enough. They want to make more money, so they start cutting rates. But even when they cut rates, at least we still had, you're making 20%, or you're making 80, we're taking 20, and that was still fine. I don't know if they were like, well, we're gonna go public, so we're gonna have to fucking do more shit, but we're gonna have to hide it. We're gonna have to make it look like, poor
yeah,
shit.
and it's so weird because, like, I mean, I've mentioned it before. I still that way here. I know most places, like me and Gabe are both we're still per minute, but the large majority of markets, it's upfront pricing.
Right. Yeah.
It's so hard to figure out sometimes when you're in the middle, especially if you've got another ride already in your car. You don't want to be messing with your phone when you got somebody, and it gets very convoluted.
Yeah. Bubba Sue says the investors want their money back. Yeah, but they started kind of doing this even before they went public. I mean, it could be it was a precursor to be like, okay, we're going to go public, so we better start cutting costs and stuff like that. Driven Dad said, I think their AI being fully implemented in the turning point. You mean AI for their algorithm, or in regards to what?
I would think that's what he's talking about.
Could be. I get it. I do not hate a business that's trying to cut costs and make money, but like when you literally you can't do anything without drivers, you're fucking them. You know what I mean? And the problem is like when the economy, like right now, where everything's so expensive, there's people signing up left and right? Because they need to make a quick buck. So maybe that will always be that way, and so they just keep screwing the veterans, and they quit, and they're like, all right, we got new blood. So I don't know, but either way, I'm excited about this. We'll see what happens. Good job on Stephanie that Steve talked about, and Steve does a great job with all that law shit too. I got to give him props as far as like pushing that shit out. Like, I don't know his involvement in the bill, but clearly he had a lot of conversations about it. And so kudos to him. Yeah,
he's very involved in the kind of political side of putting pressure on these companies.
Yeah. And he can, he start small in Colorado and go from there. But the problem is, like you said, with Minnesota, we're going to get these patches of all these. Like, it's going to be so fucking confusing to even talk about. And you're like, you know what? We're going to talk about Michigan and Kentucky. Those are the only two states we know for sure because that's where we live.
Exactly.
So, all right, moving on. Larry found this a couple weeks ago. We forgot to talk about it last week. And we may, it's probably old news, and people would probably be like, you're dumb. We already know.
Well, I mean, it's not old here because actually, like a few days after we talked about it, when I opened up the app, it said new feature.
Okay.
So, or said new.
Well, new for you.
Yeah, from our market. So I don't know how long the way they send things out. Let's see. Go down to
is this the wrong picture?
Go down to the third one. Yeah, the bottom one. Next one. Yeah, one more.
Okay, so that's the middle one.
Okay, yeah. So, well, I didn't see it anyway. How many pictures do we have there?
I have 3 pictures. I've shown them all.
All
So
right, go back.
I
Let's
got
see.
this one. This is, and then I got this
Hold
one.
on, back, go back to that other one, first one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if you see up there right above where it says you're offline, on the left side there, it looks like a little stack of papers, maybe. That icon there, if you click on it, it will open up the next picture, I believe, that we had. Nope, the other one. Yeah, so this is what it shows me. So it gives you a couple options. Recent ride demand. If you click on it, it'll show you supposedly places where there's high demand. The few times I've clicked on it, it says not enough demand to in this area. So I haven't seen how that one really works out yet. But the other one, the next one, nearby drivers. So we're all used to going, opening up the passenger app. You see like the 6 closest drivers next to you. We've been doing that for years, just so you want to make sure you're not sitting in between two drivers where you're not going to get any requests or anything like this. So if you
Right.
click on that, that will take you actually to that other picture you were showing, and it shows just dots for where the cars are, but it shows you, I guess that's all the cars that are out at that time. I don't know what the radius is. They don't say anywhere, but
I'd be shocked that's all it was at 4:07 p.m., but maybe.
maybe.
I mean, you don't have a lot of demand for Lyft in your area, right?
Right, especially in the summer when the students are gone.
Yeah. So that could be accurate then.
So I opened it a few days ago and there was probably 14 on there.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. It's definitely more than we used to see. And if you zoom in like on the app, it'll actually like give you the car icon like we're used to seeing.
Okay.
And then the third one, I think, shows places where they have some kind of, association with Get Upside. I think is
Oh,
the gas
yeah,
station
gas
because I think
discount.
they have some kind of partnership going on with them. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, it may these features may have been in other markets for a long time, but they're just showed up the other day in my market, and it actually, like I said, it kind of flashed up there, said new, and I was like, oh, okay, we'll click on this and see what it is.
How would you apply that feature though? I'm just curious. So
Which one?
not well, I know how you apply the gas one. And I know how you apply the demand if demand is here, I'm talking about the people drivers in the area. So if you're downtown, wherever your downtown is area, what
I mean, the main thing I usually use it for is I'll just look and make sure that I'm not like sitting right in between two other drivers, because obviously the guy on your right is going to get any request out that way. Generally, the other guy's going to get any requests going the other way. So I don't want to be sitting in the middle of two other drivers. That's generally how I use it. But sometimes you can open it up, and if you see a bunch of cars, you might figure out, oh, there's an event going on there. I might need to grab over there and check it out, see what's going on. It might be a big wedding, a big festival, something like that.
I'd be curious the radius. So if I'm downtown,
exactly,
and I got the suburbs around, if I see no cars in northwest section, I'm like, well, it's 7:00. Would that make me drive? Because it's not going to be a long haul, but it's going to be a 10-14 minute drive. That's a lot of time and fuel to drive out there. I mean, yeah, you could still get another ping on the way, but
and that's where hopefully that first option, rider demand will help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be anxious for you to just try it. If you're out this weekend, see if you have that feature in your market. And see how many drivers it will show you.
Yeah, I forgot to check yesterday because I did a route and I did the destination filter, and I was on Lyft, but I was driving down the highway, so it's probably not a good idea to me fuck around with my app. But
right, yeah,
I hate
Lyft in the parking lot.
I hate Lyft's destination filter because if it doesn't find rides, it just shuts off.
Exactly. It gives you about 20 minutes.
Just driving down the road. This is unsafe. You know what I mean? So I just kept Uber on, and I didn't get anything yesterday. I was coming from the north, and I really didn't expect to. But
that frustrates me about their
just leave it on.
For sure. Because I'll be coming back from Nashville, and I'll turn I'll turn the Uber one on, but like you said, the Lyft one, I'm like, well, I can turn it on once, but when it goes off, that it's just off.
That's it. And unless I'm parked or I'm at an intersection, but
I'm not going to be messing with it going down the interstate, 75 miles an hour. Not going to happen.
Yeah. So Good old Lyft.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So I gotta give Frank a shout out. He is a Patreon supporter and he's in the Telegram group. But all around great guy. Met him at the picnic out last year and his mom.
Yes.
Frank,
They drove over from Philly.
Just gonna throw that out, Frank. Your mom's kind of a cougar. I'm just throwing that out there. It's gonna make you feel. It's gonna be awkward for you when you hear this because I know you're not watching this live, and I know I'm gonna get some shit in the Telegram group. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I said it and I can't take it back. So he had talked about save money when you order 7-Eleven via Uber Eats. Now I don't know if this applies to Speedway because Speedway owns 7-Eleven now, but this is in the driver app. And so this is what he wrote. I copied it. You can't see it, but he said, "Hey everyone, I just noticed you can get a $2 each week off 7-Eleven /Speedway A+ orders of at least $5 through Uber Eats as drivers. It's under the Uber Pro Blue section. Platinum and Diamond gives $3 off. The discount only works on pickup orders, so no fees. I drink a lot of energy drinks. Me too, 2 a day. So I'll be using this weekly for sure. It's not much, but every bit helps. No, I mean, it's $2, but I mean, if you're gonna drink them anyways, then you might as well order that. So I
might as well get it.
So yeah, you can so you can order it. So do you order it right through the app? I forgot. I think I asked him.
Yeah, it says now redeemable directly in the driver app.
Oh, I'm an
It's
idiot.
up there at the top there.
Oh, okay.
Last sentence.
Oh, sweet. Okay. In my head, I thought you had to be like a customer, you know what I mean? But hey, $2. I mean, my monsters, 2 of them are $5.20. So once a week I get them and I can get them for $3.20. You know what I mean? So I mean, I thought that was a good perk.
Yeah, I'll have to see. We have Speedway here. We don't have 7-Eleven, but like I said, 7-Eleven bought out Speedway, so
yeah,
hopefully it'll work at Speedway as well.
No. Speedway bought out 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
You think? I think it's the other way around.
No, 7-Elevens. Google that shit right now because 7-Elevens were dying on the vine.
Okay.
Like they were going out of business left and right here in Grand Rapids. So I can't imagine it would be 7-Eleven bought Speedway, but I could be wrong. Larry, drum roll.
Oh, here we go. 7-Eleven, the largest chain in the convenience retailing industry, announced today the successful completion of its acquisition of Speedway.
Motherfucker.
That was in May 14th of 2021.
Well, that's crazy because the 7-Elevens we've had in Grand Rapids, they've all gone out of business.
Yeah.
They've all gone out of business. But we got a Speedway every 3 miles.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we have no 7-Elevens, never have, but we do have 3-4 Speedways.
Oh, they're trash. They're absolutely
trash. Yeah.
I mean, I'll go there to save $2, and I'll go there if I have to, like, if I need something and that's the only thing that's close, but I will drive out of my way to not go to a Speedway within reason.
Not to go to that Speedway restroom, right?
Oh my God. That one in Michigan and Fuller. I mean, at least, I don't know why I went there either. Like, I think that was before, like, I even knew what Johnny's was. Like, I had never, like, Shell had always been kind of so back growing up, Shell had always kind of been like a ghetto gas station, but like, and Speedway was a nice one. But then as I became an adult and got older, it kind of reversed. And I didn't even know Johnny's like was really nice. So I would go to that Speedway one, be shit in the wall, hypodermic needles. I mean, I'm using my foot to I don't even know why I put the seat up. I should have just pissed all over the seat.
Like everybody else. Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I just,
I know.
I'm going to lift it up. I don't care. Cause like a guy that has Crohn's, sometimes I got to take an emergency shit. So, but anyways,
in 12 days, I'll be driving like 6 miles north of Bowling Green because Buc-ee's is opening.
In 12 days, it's
on my birthday. On my birthday,
we need a live stream. We need video. We need something.
Oh, there's gonna be so many freaking people out there. My wife's like, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" I was like, "I want to go eat at Buc-ee's," and I'm like, "No." There's gonna be so many people there.
So it's. I remember you talking about. So it's only 6 miles north.
Yeah, it's like there's a north of us. There's a little town called Smiths Grove. Like they're just now putting in the first stoplight there by the Buc-ee's. Like they have no stoplights. It's that small of a town. So Yeah, it opens up in 12 days. So
And that's normally what they do, right? They don't put it in a bigger town. They always
right, they always put them usually in a smaller town, usually right out, are really close to a bigger town, but
Well,
they
yeah.
they don't like to stay. They like to kind of stay on the outside,
Well, yeah,
on the
because
outskirts.
do you imagine the tax breaks like that little town gave Bucky's to come there?
Oh,
Like they're gonna
there's
be
no
like
telling.
tax free for 20 years or some
Probably,
crazy
yeah.
shit like that. So
It's gonna be crazy, man. Tell my wife like I'm gonna go out there at like 3 in the morning when there's not as many people.
oh man, I can't wait to hear about that. The
Oh.
German dad says, look up a short called I Flung the Dung. I think that's dangerous. I'm gonna give it a warning with that. If you heard me say that, I'm not responsible for the content of whatever you see.
Yes.
I'm sure it
Well,
has something to do with pooping in a speedway bathroom.
yeah, probably.
All right, moving on, Larry. Prime members just got free food delivery, but Amazon could get 18% of Grubhub. What the hell?
Yeah, so Amazon is now going to offer Grubhub within the Amazon app and on their website. So they're going to actually embed Grubhub's platform directly into their website and inside their app. So you can order your Grubhub, you order your Amazon stuff. Everybody buys tons of stuff from Amazon. You're like, oh man, I'm a little hungry. I think I might want to order me a sandwich and some chips. So
Yeah.
you don't even have to leave the Amazon app. And if you're a Prime member, I think you get no delivery fees.
Okay.
It said Grubhub will complete the orders, and its couriers will handle them like any other delivery. So yeah, you also get Grubhub Plus if you have Prime. So place takeout orders directly on Amazon without the fees.
So are you going to get like notifications in the Amazon app for like the delivery stuff? Like, or you so you don't
I
even
would
have
assume you would have to. Yeah, I would assume there'd be there'd be a way to track it and everything just like you do within the app, but it doesn't exactly spell that out.
Do you know when that's supposed to launch? Does it say
Let me
on there?
see here. I thought I saw a date somewhere, but I'll have to look that. I'll look that up as you're looking through.
Well, no. So I
scroll.
went to Amazon and typed in Grubhub,
Huh?
and it says 0 delivery fees. Order now. I click on it,
Okay.
and so okay, hold on. We're gonna do a little test right here.
All right, live. We are
So
testing
it
live.
popped me out into
Mhm.
like a browser and wants me to sign in because I'm already a customer. So let's do this real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it puts you in it is a pop out.
Okay.
But it puts you in a browser. It says amazon.ios.grubhub.com. So yeah, so it puts it's not a separate app. It's not in the app, but it does a pop out onto a web browser. Grubhub was already free with Amazon Prime. Yeah, Mark, but I don't think it was built into the Amazon app. I think you had to still.
You had to link your account.
Yeah, you do link your account. So this is right in.
And if you forgot to unlink it, then they start charging you after that year's over.
Which I did, but
Yeah.
thank God I was like, I got to go in there and take that out. And I never used it, of course. I just linked it because, yeah, Taco Bell, 0 delivery fee, Burger Theory, Brick and Porter.
Yeah. It says Grubhub and Amazon kind of formed their first partnership back in 2022 when they gave 1 free year of Grubhub Plus. It also granted Grubhub some equity to Amazon. So it owned a 4% stake before this week's deal. So the new 5-year agreement increased Amazon's ownership stake to 7% today, with the possibility of it reaching as much as 18% if Amazon can deliver a certain number of Grubhub orders through the collaboration within the agreed time span.
Oh shit. So I was listening, but I was checking out. I wanted to see the fees. And so yeah, so when you go to check out, there is a fee. There is a fee from, it says it was $18.36 for the fish and chips or whatever.
Okay.
Fuck. Why did I go back out of it? All right, hold on. Okay. All right, here we go. View order 1836. It was a service fee with Prime. It was slashed from $2.75 and it's down to $1.47 and no delivery fee.
Okay.
And then when you go to checkout, it brings up Oh shit. Oh, so that's weird. So when I did it earlier, it it asked which card I wanted to use, and it was like right in my Amazon account.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it automatically prompted 20% tip though.
Well, that's good for the delivery guys.
So basically, the fee you're paying, and again, that fish and chips might be inflated as well, but it was $1.47 on this. Now I did notice this was a brick and mortar. It's a restaurant downtown. It did
Yeah.
say $12 minimum to use it to get the fee waived,
Okay.
which that's
You can't. Yeah, I mean that's pretty minimal in with today's prices.
yeah. I would like to see it right on the top. So like I order Amazon a lot. I every day I'm probably ordering something. Like it's household stuff. It's not like I'm buying like fun shit. But on the top it'll say like Whole Foods, medical care, same day, pharmacy, in store. I've been wondering if they can get on the top. I mean, I know that real estate is very, very wanted, but if they can get Grubhub on the top right there, that would be a game changer for them. But so what's their goal? What's their goal? Are they just gonna just buy Grubhub? I feel like they're the only one. They're they would be the cheapest one right now, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, Grubhub certainly falls behind DoorDash and
And Uber Eats.
And Uber Eats for sure. Yeah, it even says here in the article. It says having a fifth of Grubhub represents a healthy chunk of U.S. restaurant deliveries, even if Grubhub lags behind rivals DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we've talked about this a million times. We talked about it in the last episode, how these apps want to keep you in their app. Uber's you're gonna be able to play games now. Amazon's got. I mean, I get my medicine from Amazon, not for my Crohn's. That is, they don't have that. But I mean, like I get my regular medicine. Amazon, it's everything. And now you got same day shit. Like so we bought a pool for the fam. It's a smaller one, but I ordered a vacuum for it, $25 or something, whatever. Yeah. They're like, "Oh, do you want it delivered tomorrow at 4 a.m.?" I was like, no, I always do the 7 to 11. I don't need somebody coming to my door at 4 a.m. Even though I've done those deliveries and it's terrifying. I don't need it that fast. You can deliver it between 7 and 11. But I'm just saying, like, Amazon is just like, taking over the world. I mean, as much as I hate to say it.
I mean, yeah, they're adding this, adding that. You're going to have so many options before it's all said and done, I'm sure.
Well, why not? Why not get into the food delivery? Like what they're trying to get into is they're trying to smash Walmart.
Yeah.
That's what they want. Because I mean, Walmart does a lot of groceries. If Amazon can get these fresh food locations up, Walmart's fucked.
Yeah. And it says here that, in the article, the guy they interviewed said the partnership's greatest flaw is that not enough Amazon users know it exists. The awareness of the partnership versus the rest of Amazon Prime universe is incredibly low.
Well, of course it is, because I didn't even know, like, I knew that because we talked about it. I was never advertised on it. Yeah. I mean, I watch Amazon. I have ads on it. I've never seen an ad for fucking Grubhub. I'm like, what y'all doing is not great. Like, that's what I said. It needs to be front and center. You be rolling in the dough.
And it says, the result of today's new arrangement in which Grubhub has been permanently glommed onto Amazon.com and the Amazon app.
And it was a little clunky. I mean, once it's signed in, I think you're probably good. Like, it signed me in. I won't have to do that again.
Right.
Driven Dad says, maybe I forgot Just Eats owns Grubhub, but Grubhub used to not pay lower than $8. Oh God. Yeah. I don't even know if I think I've gotten kicked off that platform. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know if I could sign in. Yeah, they are getting, Instacart. Yeah, that's who they're going after too. But I mean, bottom line, they want to take the revenue away from everybody. I mean, Walmart's a powerhouse. I mean,
for sure.
Everyone jokes about it, but they got the best prices anywhere. Yeah. Like they are going to be tough to take down, but maybe not in our lifetime. But if Amazon keeps going, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I also saw a thing today about Walmart. They say right now it takes about 2 days for them to go and change all their prices on their shelves. They're going to, I guess it's a digital reader where they can change it in like 3 minutes. So whole store, change their prices.
Yeah, why not? Why
Yeah,
would they have to
exactly. I don't know why
why
it's taking
walk
them
through
this
the whole
long.
like, I know they're cheap asses. I
Yeah.
know I've talked to a lot of Walmart employees. When Spark first got here,
Mhm.
I was next to these Walmart shoppers, so I
Yeah.
kinda got to know them, especially
Sure.
because I didn't know where shit was when we first started. And they said that, like, they liked working there,
Mhm.
but they're cheap.
Yeah.
They cut corners. They don't have a lot of technology, but sounds like they're bringing in the digital.
Yeah, I mean, think of how much time over,
Oh,
it's gonna save them. I mean, they could get to the point where they do surge pricing at Walmart.
well,
Busy time of the day, they can change
yeah,
all the prices.
where did we oh, that was Wendy's. Remember we
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
about
and they
that?
kind of backtracked on
Yeah,
that.
they're full of shit. They're still gonna do it. They're
Yeah,
gonna do it in another way, though. They're gonna implement it different that doesn't look so freaking obvious that you're ripping people off.
yeah, that story came across really not
Really
well for
bad. And
them.
Wendy's is usually great at PR, their Twitter account's
Oh,
really
their
funny.
Twitter account is fire, yeah.
Like, they'll roast people, like, it's hilarious, but,
Yes.
like, that did not come over, very well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think Uber did put dibs on Instacart. Yeah, they did because you can order Uber in the Instacart app, but,
Yep.
I gotta say, though, Amazon's a much more popular app than Instacart app.
Yes, no
I'd be
doubt.
curious how many people actually order in, what do they do, like, in areas of, like, what are the ratios of, like, of
Mhm.
100,000 residents, how many people are using the
Right.
Instacart app regularly,
Yeah.
or how many people are using the Amazon app regularly? It's
Well,
probably
Amazon's about 99%.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Alright, we've been talking a lot about some stories, so I'm gonna get to a
Yeah.
couple. I wanna get to this one about DoorDash, because it's in the title, so I should talk about it. DoorDash is listening to its drivers, sort of, I guess. And what is the date on this? 6/11. Okay, well, I mean, that was like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Pretty
So
recent.
that's pretty good. So post checkout tipping, and some of this you may have already heard, but people that maybe not, it'd be good for them to hear. Post checkout tipping. Last year, we introduced the biggest update ever. It's how Dashers can earn on the DoorDash platform. Part of that update was post checkout tipping, which allows consumers to add a tip or increase an existing one, which we talked
Mhm.
about last week,
Yep.
directly in the DoorDash app up to 30 days. So well, no, that guy said he couldn't do it on desktop, which was so weird, by the way.
Yes.
The new feature was developed and implemented direct result of the feedback from the DCC members. I don't even know what was that. DoorDasher Community Council. Okay,
Yep.
whatever. So yeah, that's good. I mean, it should be pretty obvious.
Mhm.
The problem is, though, I wonder if we're going to see less pre-tip then. You know what I mean? Or if they're
Sure.
going to tip $5, they'll do $2.50 up front. But again, they are saying in the app, if you don't tip, your order might not get there. So they are talking about that. But I wonder if you're going to see a little less pre.
It might, it'll kind of hopefully balance out and people realize, hey, I still need to
Yeah.
bid my food being delivered.
For sure. Flexibility and choice. Dashers continue to tell us that flexibility is their favorite part of dashing. So they're currently piloting a new app preference experience, which allows dashers to opt in and out of various delivery types like grocery and alcohol. In addition, the in-app experience helps dashers complete the necessary requirements, blah, blah, blah. So like that's great now, but like, I mean,
Yep.
it'd be nice to do that, have more like flexibility in that, but
Sure.
like with Gary's apps, you can already get rid of all that shit if you don't want to, which is
Yeah,
nice. So I got to give Gary a plug on that. Check
for
out
sure.
the link in the description. And then Dasher safety, they talked about um
Some AI looking at the
some
chat.
AI, but the funny part on the end, it was like, we're constantly looking for ways to make dashing even safety. More than 99.99% of all deliveries on the DoorDash platform take place without a safety incident. Probably a reported safety incident.
Mhm.
That should be reworded, because
Yeah,
I'm sure there's more than that happens.
definitely.
And then deactivations, blah, blah, blah. They're going to look forward to giving us an update on that. Trust and safety, just basically talking about people that are dashing and are not who they say they are.
Yeah.
And then some perks and discounts. I don't remember the last time DoorDash asked me to verify, but I tell you what, fucking Amazon or Spark every time I log in.
Yeah.
Every time, which I'm fine with. I'm fine. It's gonna weed out a lot of the people, but it is annoying because I mean it takes. I'm a kind of guy where I'm like driving to where I need to go. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna throw on Spark, and then you're like, shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I say that every time when the Uber app asks me to take the picture. I'm like, and then they, you try taking, they're like, please pull over. Let's take it while you're driving. Which is fine.
It's good that they do, even though it's annoying.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, but yeah, so I got to give it up for Walmart. They're taking, at least in my area, they're asking for a picture almost every day. Now I haven't been doing it regularly, but like, so I maybe did it Saturday. I could almost guarantee that if I pulled it up now, they would ask for identification, but it's better than not, I guess.
Yep.
So, all right, Larry, where do we want to go here?
We're gonna do the videos.
Let's skip the one where he says the terrible word.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. We have 3 videos though, don't we? What's this one on the bottom?
Yes.
Upload that one.
We had.
I must have missed one. Hold on. What is this one?
1, 2.
Well, I have 3 in the rundown. Oh yeah, that one. Okay. Well, I didn't upload that one, but well, okay. We'll just do this one. Well, it's 7 minutes. We're not going to watch the whole thing. Tell me what you think about this. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the woman is a little wrong, but the guy kind of gets a little aggressive too. So we'll play that.
He escalates.
Hi. Don't fucking cancel on us. You weren't at our location. Jesus Christ. We just ran
here.
with you.
Okay.
1512 North Greenview.
Well, I'm waiting on somebody else.
Yeah, I know Anna. Let's get him.
I canceled on you guys already, so if you want to try to
Both of us or no?
I just canceled the trip.
I'll figure it out because we're both pooling. So who did you
Well,
cancel on?
you, but
Okay, I'm pulling with Alana.
I'm here.
How convenient.
okay,
That's
are you guys going to
rude.
the same place?
Yep.
Okay, well,
Well, you weren't at the
Underground's right
pickup
over there.
spot. Underground's back there, and you didn't wait a minute before you canceled.
tell you what,
Do you
Jessica's on the way. She's on
get
the
the fuck out of my car.
Are you joking?
both?
No, I am dead fucking serious. Get the fuck out.
Oh, I don't think so. Nope. Call your Uber people. Call them up. Call 911. Call them up. I have time. I
Sir,
have all day.
you're on my trip. It's okay.
No, I already ended it.
I have all day.
There.
Call 911. I have all day.
Why? Can you please just take us home?
Hi, I'm an Uber driver, and I've got a woman in my car at the corner of Dearborn and Illinois, and she is refusing to get out of my car.
Why?
And she is extremely inebriated.
We're not. We're absolutely fine, sir.
Nissan Altima, gray.
It's going to make it for a fantastic.
My name's Adam.
Adam, can you please just take us home?
I
that's
prefer
fine.
not to
It's
say.
already
Can we
late.
get it off the
That's fine.
caller ID?
Wait for the cop. Wait for the cop. Wait for the cop.
I'm not inebriated.
Yes.
I'm absolutely fine.
That's fine. That's why we can wait for the police.
Thank you.
Wait, if he wants to file a
Thank you.
police report against us,
Bye-bye.
I have time. It's very late.
Okay,
I
great.
have time. If you want to go somewhere else, you can. I have time.
So do I.
Why? What is wrong? We're absolutely fine. We're just trying to get home. That's all. We're both together. We were here.
You passed our stop. You got a little pissed about
Have
it.
you fucking looked back there?
Why are you
Do you see how many fucking... Because you pissed me off. That's why. Have you seen how many fucking cars are back there? Apparently you haven't fucking looked.
No, I want a police officer to come here. I don't know if you're sober or not.
Bitch, I haven't had a drink in over a week.
I'm gonna wait for a cop.
You fucking shut up.
I'm
Get the
gonna wait
fuck
for a
out of my car. You're in my car. You're not in Uber's car. This is my
Are
fucking
you
car.
serious right now?
One moment.
Do I look like I'm fucking joking?
You're talking to women here.
Go ahead. Put me on fucking YouTube. I don't care. I got a camera too, bitch. Look here.
Yeah.
I got a camera and you're definitely going on fucking YouTube.
For
What's
what?
your name?
For what exactly, sir?
For being a bitch.
being a bitch.
Yeah, for being a bitch. My name's Adam. I'm an Uber driver in Chicago. And this bitch, turn your camera around so everybody can see your face. Turn your camera around. What's that?
What's going on with these girls?
She won't get the fuck out of my car.
Okay, you get the gist of it.
Yes, so many things to say about this.
So a couple things. I think that's an old video because if you look at the timestamp, but the ring is wrong too. The ring's the original ring, like the notification. So
Right.
it is an old video, but I don't know if it ever got played anywhere because I just saw it for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. So first thing I have to say about this could have all been avoided. If you cancel on somebody, lock your doors. Lock your doors so they can't come and hop in your car after you've already canceled on them.
No, so I think what we missed on this was an Uber pool ride. So he had canceled on one of the other people, but
Gotcha.
not
Pool
them.
ride.
It was
Okay.
a pool ride. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's foreign to me. 'Cause,
Yeah, it is to me too, because he talks about
Yeah.
like, oh, you're supposed to wait for 1 minute at the corner, and
Yeah.
then he didn't leave. It sounds
Yeah.
like he skipped that area because there were so many cars, and
Right.
so
And I mean, that's understandable. If there's a bunch of cars, there's no place to pull over. I know here, they will write you a ticket.
yeah,
If you're blocking traffic. So,
yeah,
and as a passenger, you got to kind of know that if there's no place for this guy to pull over, I need to watch for him and see where he pulls over at. But man, he escalated like boom.
oh yeah, he snapped. He was
did. He
fine when he
lost his
called the
shit.
cops,
Yeah.
but when he got off the phone, and then you could see the girl right behind him. She wasn't near as drunk as the other gal.
No, she was trying to smooth things over. She was the mediator the whole time, trying to. It's okay. We're on my ride now, And the other, what I don't understand with the other girl is what does she hope to accomplish by sitting in his car? What does she think the cops are going to do?
It's because she's drunk. They don't, it's when you drink like that, you kind of just like, I don't know. I think your real personality comes out. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think
She's like, oh, I've got time, and I've watched the rest of the video, and they
too.
sat there for several more minutes.
oh yeah,
Until another ride comes. But she's like, I've got time, I've got all night. So
Yeah.
what are you hoping to accomplish by this? You think all of a sudden he can? And he messed up later in the video. He messed up because he acted like he was going to leave. He's like, okay, you're not going to get out. I'm going
that's
home.
right.
Shut the
Yeah.
door. I'm going home. Do not do that. That
No.
will get you a kidnapping charge. Do
Yeah,
not
I mean,
do that.
you might not, it might not be found guilty, but you're going to catch a charge for that.
Yeah, do not do that.
Right. Like, yeah. What do you say? I'm going to go home and
He's like, I'm going home. I ain't got time for this. And he asked the guy outside the car. I probably couldn't hear on there, but he's a defense lawyer. He said so. He was trying to tell this girl, the drunk one. He's like, you need to get out because you're this. You have nothing. You have no claim.
Yeah, you're drunk.
He told her you don't get to pick the Uber that you get. That's exactly
right.
And so, but she's like, no, I'm okay. I'm gonna stay here. But yeah, and the guy's like, the driver's like, no, forget it. I'm tired of this. I'm going home. He asked the guy, will you shut the door, please? I'm going to leave. I'm going home. If you want to ride with me, you can ride with me. I'm going home.
I don't think, I was going to say, I don't think he actually would do it. I think it was just a ploy to try to
that's what I think too. Well, when she calls your bluff and she just sits there.
Yeah, he just snapped. And then, when you start calling them bitches and stuff, like the other one got like, then she's like, hey man, we're women. Like,
what are you doing?
Like, I get it. I want you out too, but like, holy cow. Like I will yell like that, but it will build. It wouldn't be just like he called the cops and he was like,
it was like 0 to 800 miles an hour.
Yeah. Like he seems so like, not calm, but like he seemed totally fine. Like, yeah, I'm just going to cancel it. Like I've done that not 1,000 times. I've probably done that like 10 times. But like, hey, I'm just going to cancel the ride. You're going to have to get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the driven dad said she acted like she had squatter's rights, but I don't know what she's hoping to accomplish. I mean, at least a squatter, they're getting a place to live for free. What's she going to get out of this deal? Nothing. The cop's going to come. He's going to tell her to get the hell out.
Yep.
And
if she doesn't get out, he's going to pull her ass out. That's right.
And if she gives him more shit, she's going to jail.
Yeah, for disorderly. I mean, I don't understand I just think they don't care. They're just entitled, drunk.
Not thinking in the right mind. I mean, what she hoped that he's going to change his mind or.
And you really want to ride with that guy now? He just
Exactly.
screamed you down and like threatened you. Do you really even want to ride with that guy?
Exactly. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of learning points in that video on both sides. As a
Yeah.
passenger and as a driver, these are things not to do. Don't act like this.
No, for sure. But
Yeah.
all the driven dad, she has squatter rights. No,
Yeah.
I think this was in well, no, Chicago is a liberal state. I don't think they have problems with squatters in Chicago. That's California. But yeah, I've been hearing about the squatter stuff quite a bit, like the rights that they have now in some states.
Yeah, I would be all kinds of upset. My sister had like an Airbnb. Well, actually, it was a condominium down in Florida. And they'd rented it. Her and her husband rented it for 2 months every year, and they went down there one year. And when they got there, the lady's like, "Hey, somebody's in your condo, and she won't leave." And it was during COVID, so cops would do like hardly anything.
Yeah.
During COVID, they weren't throwing anybody out.
Right.
So I'm like, finally, after about like a week, and they had to interact with this girl. They'd see her, talk to her at the pool, and she was bringing her boyfriend. She brought a big dog in the condo. She's not supposed to have animals. She was smoking in there, just
Oh
trying.
my gosh.
Finally, like a week later, the sheriff shows up and puts her stuff out, and she shows up and she acts all innocent. Oh,
Of course.
supposed to leave. I thought, I had another week. I was like, you handled it better than I would, sis. I would have busted down the door and thrown her stuff in the pool.
I know, but it's like you can do that, but then you're going to be at fault.
Probably, but as long as they don't get video of me doing it, I get.
Yeah, I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah. It would be hard not to.
Especially like how hard you work for your stuff. You know what I mean?
And like I said, they've been going down there for 12 years. I mean, they stayed for 2 months in this one, particular unit because it's on the corner and has the best view. And this girl just took it over.
Crazy. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. I sure enjoyed the show.
Oh man, the time flies. Like I said, we get to 8 o'clock and we've had so much fun talking that it's hard to believe an hour's gone by already.
Yeah, a lot of those stories took up more time, which is fine. It's good stuff. And see you later, traveler. And so we have some more stuff for next week we can talk about.
And one thing I want to throw out, everybody, 2 shows away from 200. We're looking for ideas.
I'm not creative.
For feedback for what y'all would like to see or what you'd like us to talk about or the format of the shows, anything special. Shoot us ideas, and if we see something we like, we'll do that.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that. Like I said, we might just skip that week and come back at 2:01.
Put on a recording.
Hold up. Yeah, I'll rip one of our oldest videos and I'll just put it up. It'll be might not even be Jesper.
Oh goodness, that'd be
hilarious. All right, guys. As always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road.
Good night.